What we're going to talk about is a client meeting, the famous client meeting we are all afraid of. How do we organize ourselves? What do we do when we get there? What are the key important steps that we should try to follow during the course of the meeting? The first and most important thing is to be prepared. Whatever you do, preparation is key to success. And remember that in a client meeting, preparation is actually 80% of your success rate to the meeting itself. 20% is the client meeting itself. The first thing is your knowledge of the client. Who is your client? What are their activities? What do they do? What sort of projects have they worked on? What are their clients? What are their competition? The more you know about your client, the more you will be successful. Because, as we said in other occasions, what the clients are interested in is what you know about them. The second thing is to be clear on what the purpose of the meeting is. Why are you organizing that meeting? Actually, are you organizing the meeting or is the client organizing the meeting? So, who called the meeting and why is the meeting called? The location. You may think it's not important, it is actually very important. Is the client coming to your location? Are you going to the client location? Have you decided or have they decided to organize the meeting elsewhere? Why is it so important? If the client comes to you, you have the power. It's your office, it's your space, it's where you have all your belongings and all the knowledge in case you need something else. If you're going to their place, obviously it's reversed. If you're going to a third location, it means that there is a power balance and therefore you're in a neutral space. One more thing you want to reflect about is how long is going to be the meeting. Is it an hour? Is it half a day? Is it a whole day meeting? It changes entirely what you should be presenting and the type of information and material you should bring with you. Next thing is time of the day. It is not so unimportant as you may think. You can organize a meeting in the morning, you can organize a meeting over lunch or dinner, you can organize a meeting in the afternoon or in the evening. Now, depending on cultures, this can change entirely the attitude. For example, in the United States, very often people call the famous breakfast meeting at 7 or 7:30 a.m. I have to tell you that 7:30 a.m. is really not my time for a meeting, but if you're in the States, it is very normal. In the UK, people tend to organize meetings more in the afternoon, evening, for them evening meaning 5 p.m., which can be followed by an informal drink. If you come to some of our countries, whether it's France or Italy, you would definitely not have a drink at 5 p.m. because otherwise you would be called un ubriacone, but you can definitely have maybe a lunchtime meeting or a dinner time meeting where you can be a little bit more relaxed. Whereas if you have a lunchtime meeting in the USA or in the UK, it will be probably with sandwiches and you will be stuffing yourself with very little food because you have to talk and be reactive. Who are the participants to the meeting? From the client side, from your side. What are their roles? What are their responsibilities? What do they do in the company? And you may want to adapt the people you bring from your side depending who is going to be there on the other side. Therefore, the choice of participants is very important.